I'm Desmond Taylor, co-author of I Am King and co-founder of Limitless and Purposeful Publishing.
I am Vernon G. Yancy, co-author of I Am King and co-founder of Limitless and Purposeful Publishing.
My name is Toni Weathers and I am the illustrator of I Am King.
I feel like I'm the glue.
He's definitely the glue.
So definitely met Desmond at Howard University freshman year. That was what, 2012? Fall 2012 when we first met. We joined Gentlemen of Drew Social Club together. Yep. Shout out to the bros. And then we pledged Kappa together. So we were always connected, and we knew. Desmond approached me when I came to visit Houston one time and said he wanted to add value to what I was building. And so I knew we were gonna work on something together. And then the idea of a children's book sparked up. So through our thoughts and talk process, it was just like, okay, like children's book, we gotta illustrate it somehow. And I was like, okay, what illustrators do we know? Shout out to Kappa as well, because connected with Desmond through Kappa, and then one of my best guys, homies, Rich, also a noob. He called me one day and was just like, hey, like, come to this kickback. I was like, bro, like, I don't know, it doesn't sound like I know anybody there. He's like, man, trust me, have I ever steered you wrong? Just come hang out with me. So I came to this kickback. It so happened to be at Tony's house. Yeah. And I'm looking around the crib again. I only know Rich. Rich is the only person I know that's there. And I'm looking around the spot and I just see all this artwork everywhere. It was specifically the picture you had of the elephant. And I remember I was just staring at that like, who did this? And then that's when you told me that you were an artist. You started showing me the murals you did. So when we started talking about, illustrating a children's book, I was like, I know somebody, she does murals. I briefly asked you about it at your kickback, but I was just like, let's just see. Why? Let's just throw it up in the air. Why not?
Yeah, it was a very casual conversation. Like he mentioned, barely knew each other, but it was just like, he saw the talent and, it was just like, let's try it. And I was like, okay, I'll sketch something up, let's see. But no, actually a lot more work went into it than that. And actually it wasn't until we started to really talk about their vision that I was like, wow, okay, I really want to get behind this. So, but yeah, and then Desmond and I just met later because they was working together. But he's great, so I'm glad that this all worked out. So all I kept thinking about was my nephew the entire time, like just thinking about how much this is gonna mean to him. He's a little over 2 now. And I was just like, I can't wait to share with him and just really emphasize the importance of taking care of yourself and grooming just as a young man. So I think it's going to have a major impact on not even just young boys, but just our Black men in general.
And I just want to add, so I lost my father at the age of 6 to cancer, but I was very blessed to have a lot of male mentors growing up. So, this is my way of kind of giving back for all those who have gave to me, provided for me, and helped develop me. And, I think I'm decent, I might not be the best version of me yet, but, this is my way to kind of push forward to that next generation and affirming, giving them self-love and self-value. So I'm excited about I Am King.
I think for me, the impact looking to have with I Am King, first business, SOSS, was more so meeting me as an adult, first on my self-care journey. First getting met and interacting and realizing what self-care, self-love, self-confidence really is. And I found that through grooming. But then I really started thinking about like, why did I have to go through 24, 25 years to be introduced to self-care, self-love, self-confidence? So for me, the impact that, I'm looking to have with this book and my driver behind this was how could I have learned self-care, self-love, self-confidence at a younger age? Like, how could I have maybe prevented some of the mistakes, the experiences that I, went through early on, some of the, heartbreak, the depression, the anxieties, like how could I maybe have learned to deal with that earlier in my life, or maybe prevented that earlier in my life? So I'm hoping that this, of course, this isn't gonna pretty, like, it's not a catch-all, it's not gonna save everything, but I hope that this starts the conversation and the exploration in our young black boys, even young girls' lives that read this book and just start to understand, even at an earlier age, that they can claim who they are and not to wait for somebody to put a label or a banner or try to tell them who they are. So that's the impact I'm looking to make.
I definitely want to say I am purposeful. I mean, you know, everything that I do, I try to do it with purpose. Kind of as Vernon alluded to a little earlier, you know, I think as we matriculate and as we grow older, the impact that we try to make in life should have purpose behind it. And so I'm just, you know, purposeful.
Okay, I'll go next. I am resourceful. I feel like a lot of everything that I've done has been self-taught, or I had to, you know, really just figure things out. And it's got me through a lot. It's definitely given me an appreciation for everything that I do and the work that's gone into it, and now giving back to others on how they can be resourceful and really make it work, you know, in their favor, and be able to do what you love and not have to worry about anything.
For me, I am limitless. And it all just goes back to, I remember in high school, one of the teachers, when I told them I was majoring in mechanical engineering, they had recommended that I try something easier. And I'll never forget that conversation. And then I graduated mechanical engineering with honors. But it's just that I say I am limitless because I feel like society will constantly, culture, your friends, your parents, even yourself sometimes will try to put a limit on what you can be and what you can accomplish and what you can do. And I just work every day to bust through and tear down any limit that anything or anyone tries to put on me. So yeah, that's what I would say. I am limitless.
I am
king. Coming soon, fall 2023.